for me, as a Christian, I really don't see anything wrong with sex toys. They looked at my video and felt this woman fat. Maybe she would do liposuction. So they offered me any surgery of my choice.
Hello people, welcome to another amazing episode of 360 Talk with Zor, and I hope you're enjoying my channel. So my name is Zor-Akekue and I am your favorite host on this show. So today on this special episode, I have a special person, because it's someone I respect so much. She holds a BFc degree in political science, MSc and PhD in international relations. She is a serial entrepreneur with several businesses, successful businesses. She is an influencer. This one, an influencer will be different. She is passionate about youth empowerment and women empowerment. So welcome with me to this very amazing episode, Dr. Ella Choma Eze Adeleje.
Oh, you got it. You got it. I'm so proud of you. You got it.
So I've been rehearsing this Adeleje, when I say since last night, because I actually wanted to get it right.
Before I got married, my surname was very simple. It was Ume Michaels. Very simple.
Man, there's a particular way you call this name.
Is Adeleje?
That's not how you. There's Adeleje. There's a way you call it, and I really love it where you call it.
I waited to see for husband. If I had refused to marry him now because of his surname, you guys would say I'm vain. But again, it's fine. Okay. So my guest also is popularly known as Veronica's daughter. Because I know some of you, there's no way you know Veronica's daughter and you don't know the face, because I think the face and the brand is together. So you cannot remove it from each other. So I have the famous Veronica's daughter on this particular episode. Thank you so much, man, for coming on the show. So thank you for having me. This is my first podcast.
Yeah. I know you were skeptical about
very skeptical. I was very skeptical.
But why?
Are you not listening to those Lagos people? My brother. I was like, once I hear podcast in my mind, I'm like, God, I beg. But from what I've seen so far, this is awesome and can only get better. Wow.
Thank you so much, but I really appreciate it. So let's go into the conversation. Tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background.
Well, I'm an Anambra girl. I'm one of those people who feel I never grew up. I'll be 41 in a few weeks, but in my mind, I'm still like 18.
You never grew up.
I never grew up. Even my secondary school mates will see me today like, Ella, you never changed. I take that as a compliment. So I come from Anambra State. I was born in the city of Jos.
Okay.
Third of 6 children. Right now, I am married with 4 children. Like you have said before, I have BSc, MSc, PhD in political science, international relations option. That was my very first dream, to be like a career diplomat or to work in development, like in the UN, to work in UNICEF, to work in World Health, ECOWAS, any of that. But as they gave me so many offers, as in they were just offering me jobs left, right, and center, I decided no to refuse and stay in Nigeria. As I know see work, my brother, I diversified.
Wait, man, no, let me understand.
I was being sarcastic, of course. I was being sarcastic. If the UN had given me work, I'm not sure you would know me today. By now, I would have been somewhere else. But I'm a Nigerian, and not just a Nigerian. I'm an Igbo person. We will find a way.
Okay.
So while I was going to school, I decided to veer or venture into business so that at least I can be making money to be helping my husband, helping my family, and of course, helping myself.
Okay.
So I started my baby shop, and all the while I was on social media. I was on Facebook. I was just posting and,
posting content
stories
from the baby shop.
No, not even
about
content
yourself.
of the baby, just general gist.
That was your university days, right?
Which university days? There was Facebook, but it wasn't like this.
Okay.
Yes, I graduated. I had my first degree in 2005.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Facebook was still quite new.
You were still very young then.
Yeah, I graduated at the age of 22.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the maybe from between 2010, from 2010, 11, 12, I was on Facebook. I was just writing my stories, just general gist of what happened in the
Yes,
day.
I did say it in your introduction. So she is a storyteller also,
Yeah,
professional
I'm a
storyteller.
storyteller. So I wasn't having anything in mind.
Okay.
You know how the Bible says a man's gift maketh way for him.
Yeah.
So when I was writing those stories, people were just enjoying them.
Okay.
There was no monetary value attached. So in 2017, 18, by then I was already doing very well on Facebook. Of course,
Yeah.
I wasn't making a kobo, but I
From
was
it,
growing a good followership. I didn't know what I was going to
community.
do with them at the end of the day, but
were you intentional about it as a
no, I
then?
wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't. Like I said,
Just doing your
I was
thing.
just winging it. I'm just doing something I enjoy. And people will be like, oh, when you tell your stories, you take me back to my childhood. When you tell your stories, I see myself in your stories. Your stories are so graphic. It's as if I am watching a movie or I'm reading a movie. Oh, your powers of description. I'm like, well, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
So it was no skin
coming to you naturally.
No, yeah, it was no skin off my nose. Then in 2018, I had been on Instagram, but I opened Instagram. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't understand the platform. I just saw women doing makeup and shaking their heads. It didn't make sense to me. I would just post there and not come back for months on end. So I felt that platform didn't favor me. So in 2018, my friend Gaius, that's Bitcoin Chief, he was like, I love these stories you're telling, but you're wasting your time on Facebook.
Wow.
Why not come over to Instagram? I said, guy, leave that Instagram. I have tried. It's not working. He said, no, put in effort. I know you. Exactly what you're doing on Facebook.
Do it on
Instagram. So around August, September of 2018, I decided to give Instagram last chance and final warning. I was like, oh, thou Instagram, if I come and you don't favor me, it's bye-bye forever. I gave Instagram an ultimatum.
Wow.
So I went on Instagram. But I did something differently. What did I do? I became intentional about Instagram.
Okay.
It was like a challenge. And I've not seen any challenge I have not surpassed or surmised. I went on Google, I started learning how to grow your Instagram page, how to get more followers. I taught myself, basically. So I went back. By then, my followers were around 2,300 or so. This is August, September 2018.
Yeah.
Now, I said I will give this platform from now till December. If by December I've not made any headway, I will know categorically this is not for me.
Yeah.
So I decided to put in my all. I was posting every day. I was sharing stories and all that. I was cross-promoting my posts on my Facebook.
Yeah.
And by December of that year, I ended up at around 9,000 followers, which for me was quite massive. And the growth was phenomenal.
Yeah.
From August, September
to December,
gaining, yes, like
9,000.
Yes.
2,000 to 9,000.
I'm telling you. So the next year, I ended up the year at about 25,000 followers. So I was growing on Instagram because I decided I was going to come as I was. I wasn't going to fall into the trap of, ensuring I was well and perfectly made up, where I didn't own a wig. I don't even have powder. Now you borrow me powder here. I don't have. So I decided, let me come there as I am. If they don't like me, they're lost. And guess what? They loved me. I didn't know, maybe they were tired of seeing perfect people. So I think the idea of
perfect people.
Yes,
do we have perfect people,
we
really?
We don't have perfect people, but we have people who are seemingly perfect, who look perfect. Okay. Imagine a mother of 4 children. You're making a post by 6 a.m. and you're showing us how you're looking, cooking in the kitchen. You have bath. You have made up. No hair out of place. Zor, does that look realistic to you? But if I were to post the same content, I will post it in my wrapper. Because this is exactly how I woke up.
That moment.
So people began to relate. It was very relatable content. It was like you are seeing yourself on social media. So it was like
your real self.
Yes. So it was like I was giving permission to a lot of people to come as they are. Because there were many people who felt left out because they couldn't
meet up with all those
with the
paparazzi.
expectations. Exactly. So when I came, I would, if you go through my posts, they're there. I would tie my wrapper on my chest. My Apga wrapper, I had a beautiful political wrapper. If you're from Anambra State, you know what I mean. Apga and Ujuku wrapper. So I'll wear it with one adieu papa polo. I'll wear it tight. This is exactly how I was. And I didn't understand that I had to remove the wrapper, do many things before I could take a picture. No, I will make a video the way I was. I'll post it. And people will be like, oh my God, I love this. It was strange. How I grew. It was I'm an accidental influencer. Because I was like, I didn't do anything special. I just showed myself the way I was.
Wow.
It didn't make any kind of sense why people were following me left, right, and center. And guess what? We're in 2024. And right now I am at 128,000 followers on Instagram.
This is massive.
135,000 followers on Facebook. 32,000 on TikTok. I'm still coming to master that TikTok. These Gen Z people. Yeah. Then LinkedIn. I don't even understand. I was on LinkedIn and I felt LinkedIn will not fit me until I get my PhD. Guess what? I got my PhD. It still didn't fit me.
Why? Why?
They are too serious on that platform.
And you're not. You don't like people who are serious.
They are too serious.
Your content is
Wole showing people. Wole showing people. For now, let me just chill. So, social media influencer, mother of 4, wife to 1. That wife thing is really shaking.
Yeah. But Ma, they drag you off recent. We saw saw a picture of you.
The marriage is shaking on two legs. Number one, I think my husband is leaving me. Right. I had 3 kids. I decided to have a last one.
Yeah.
He was like, no, we are done. I said, no, we're not done. Remain one. I now went and born girl. Now the girl she'll be 3. I had her on my birthday.
Wow.
Yes, so she'll be 3 in April. And suddenly she has become my husband's most favorite human on earth. So right now I am slightly married with a touch of kids.
So you said you are standing on 2 legs.
Yes, then the second leg is that someone put my picture on a Ghanaian website as hookup. They said the sugar mommy is available. So I don't have a problem with that. I can be a sugar mommy. That's not the problem is somebody's making money from me. Maybe they are showing the pictures and like, do you like this one? And of course, who will not like this? And they're collecting money on my head. I didn't see that coming. So I need them to give me my cut. So now people are asking me, Ella, you're taking this thing too lightly. What if it breaks your marriage?
That's what I wanted to ask you, because please, when that stuff came up, you were very plain about it and you were laughing with it. And
why won't I laugh?
People like...
Wait, Zor, I live in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
I sleep on the same bed with this man every day. And you believe that somehow I am in danger of him believing I'm doing hookup in Ghana. Unless it's e-hookup. Maybe we are doing hookup by remote.
Which one is
e-hookup? Maybe the clients will call me on camera. I don't know. That's the only way it will work.
But do you think there are still men that are actually not, how will I put it this now? That will not be comfortable with that, like seeing something like that will trigger them and all they may react to it. There are a lot of men who... Did your husband react to it?
My husband? I wish you know my husband. He's the chillest dude on earth.
Wow.
When I say chill,
he's definitely going to see this.
He's very chill. Those things do not stress somebody that he's sleeping with every day. You people say she's doing hookup in Ghana. He'll be like, okay.
So I think maybe husbands that will be thinking about stuff like that are people that are not fit.
Years. This is my 15th year, right? And you know the thing about marriage is this. In the early part of your marriage, if you ever get married, the early part is like the part where we do a lot of work, where you have to prove yourself to your spouse, where you have to create that bond, you have to create the trust. Right now, we are at that point where my husband trusts me. I trust him. You know, as I'm going out, all I have to do is tell him where I'm going. He knows me enough to know that I am not going to do anything untoward.
Okay.
So we've gotten to that part. But when we were younger in our marriage, of course, there was a lot of explaining to do. Oh, why are you going there? I need to go because of so and so and so and so. Now we don't do that anymore. All you have to do is just tell me where you're going. I already know for you to be going there, it means it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not going to do anything I wouldn't do. So
there was actually a phase where you guys, you
same
have
as
to be
everyone. Same as
before you get to
everyone.
where you are
The
now.
problem with marriages today is that people want the gains of 15 years in 2 years. It doesn't work like that. You can date for 100 years, but until you get married and start living together, there are things that you must do. So that early stage is where you are making compromises, trying to learn each other, trying as much as possible to meld your lives together.
And I think that's where most of the divorce comes in.
Yeah, people are divorcing at 6 months. I'm like, the schedule of 6 months is nothing.
Wow.
These are things you could see. There are situations where the divorce was very necessary.
Yeah.
Especially when it becomes a threat to life.
Okay.
But there are some other things I feel they just quit too quickly. And most times your expectation of marriage is different from the reality. And I think social media is also a factor. Because you see people on social media, they look very perfect. But you forget that a picture is just a moment in time. You don't know what happened before this picture. You don't know what happened after.
A picture is just a moment in time.
1 second. Whether she was given a slap before this picture was taken, or she was given a beating after the picture was taken, you do not know. All you can see is the smile. You don't know the story behind
the smile.
You don't know. And the fact that people are very, very quick to come out on social media with their marital problems. So when something happens in your house, a lot of times all we need to do was pick up a phone. Call your husband, call your wife. If possible, call your sponsors. There are people, in fact, there's a chain before it ever makes it to social media, if at all. So if I have a problem with my husband now, social media is the last thing I'll be thinking of, because those people don't care about you. To them, you're entertainment. So you're bringing your problems for who to solve? Keypad warriors? People whose lives are not even on an even keel. You're bringing your matter for them to solve. It doesn't make any kind of sense.
Wow. This is actually deep. So, I was curious to, and I say I was going to ask you this question. So, you're like one of the realest influencers we can ever think of on the internet, and how you do it, I still don't know. So, relating to your husband, to your children, how are you able to manage this whole thing and everybody is fine? Because I know definitely if your husband is not comfortable with your content, there is no way you'll be bringing that content every day. So how are you able to?
Okay, I think number one is the decision to marry. While people are marrying man, some are marrying yam. That's one.
Which one be man? Which one be yam?
There's man, there's yam. 2, when you are in a relationship, please be as honest and upfront as possible.
Okay.
I never hid who I was. I didn't know what path or trajectory my life will go on, but I knew it was going to be something off.
Okay. From the very beginning.
From the beginning. Anybody that knows me. In fact, none of my classmates, none of my family members are surprised. In fact, there was a video I posted on International Women's Day, so I sent it to my mother. I wish I could read what she sent. She was like, my daughter, I thought that as you're growing older, you have more sense, but like your madness is increasing. So nobody is surprised at how my life is turning out. Maybe I'm the person who is surprised. But everybody around me, if you meet me, what you see is what you get. So when we were courting, because I call it courting, we didn't date. When we were courting, I told him, this is what I want out of my life. I was going to get a PhD. I was going to get my MSc, my PhD. I want to work in this. I want to work in that. So it's good you know the kind of wife you'll be getting.
Yeah.
And I also know I am not the very, very domesticated type. I have home training. My parents did their job. It just didn't enter. I can cook. Left to me, I wouldn't cook, but I can, and I do. Left to me, I will not. I don't like to cook. So I had to be sure that the person who was marrying me knew
that you don't, this is not what I enjoy.
That this is not me being lazy. I just hate these chores. And the guy, I don't know whether it was love that was doing him or whichever one, he agreed. I told him, see you, I'm like this, I'm like this. In fact, I was even exaggerating to see whether he would say no. But when he did not say no.
You don't enter one chance.
So when you marry somebody who loves you, plenty of the things around can be worked out.
That's true.
Now, when we got married, of course, we were living together, and he was even the one who was funding my lifestyle.
Wow.
When I say funding my lifestyle, I mean, you know, when we didn't have a lot of internet access, I was at home. My mother would buy me Starcoms, got me a laptop just for my uselessly posting on Facebook career, because he would go to work, he was a banker, and I'll be at home. So he needed something to keep me busy.
Yeah.
So that was what I was doing. And at first, people were like, is she not sharing too much information? Oh, your wife is... But he was like, this makes her happy. This is what makes her happy.
So at that point, you were not making money from influencing?
No. Who is influencing? No. Influencing was just maybe like 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Yes. Before, just for fun. This is what she likes to be on the net. She likes to do Facebook. She likes to do Google, you know. That was it. So he knew the kind of person he married. I didn't pretend that I was the housewife kind. I didn't pretend that, you know, oh, by the time you wake up by 4 a.m., your food is ready, your clothes are washed, your bed is ironed. No. I do chores, don't get me wrong. I do my chores. And if you leave me, I no go do, but I do because I have to. And I have kids. Then I have a very strong support system. You cannot do this kind of job without having a strong support system. It doesn't work. Else, my children would have been behind there screaming and shouting. Now that I'm here, my husband has gone to pick the kids from school.
Wow.
Yes. So he knows and he supports me. And support is not just by giving your spouse money. Support is not just by opening the shop. Oh, I've paid for her to run this. There are other aspects of support. Like knowing that there are times when your business or your career will take center stage. There are times when family will take center stage.
That's true.
There are times when you as a man would have to step up because your wife is not available.
Yeah.
So I'm a public speaker. So I go on speaking engagements, Lagos, Abuja, Jos. When I'm going, I won't carry 4 children with me.
That's true.
So all I have to do is, once I have a letter that says, oh, I'll just send it to him. This is where these guys want me. So as a point of information, so he knows that if we settle on the terms, I would not be available for this period of time.
Yeah.
So we make adjustments. So that I will also know whether he's traveling or he has anything. So we try as much as possible
to balance the whole thing.
Balance it, yes. So I have help at home. I have a husband that supports. I also use technology to be sure it helps me split my time in half.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
So as a family person, as a mother and a wife, how are you facing this economy?
I know where the question is going. My brother, the shege is massive and general. Oh my God. You know, we never seem to know how much dollar controls the economy. It does control it. I don't like it, but that's the fact. Costs have risen. I'm not saying costs are rising. They are not rising.
They are rising.
Just like Christ is going to rise in a few weeks. They arose. The cost of dollar seems to affect literally everything. And families are feeling the pinch. But guess what? Children don't care. Imagine telling your child you cannot afford to buy biscuits, or you can't afford to buy their favorite snack. And my daughter, the one that is almost 3, the way she reels out the menu, I think she feels her house is like a restaurant. And I suspect my kids believe their father is rich. I don't know how to tell them the truth.
The truth that what?
Their father is just an average Joe. And his name is Joe. Just an average Joe. Named Joe. It's the truth. My kids, the way they're talking about what they need, I'm like,
I think that's how you've been treating them.
Dangote.
That's how you've been treating them, I think.
Not really. I am not that kind of parent that gives the children everything they want. We try to give them everything they need.
Okay.
Then the wants, we check it. Will this make you unfortunate or will this make you cool? So we check it. But right now, we're trying to see how we can cut costs. everybody's cutting costs. Oh, except the Nigerian government. But everybody's cutting costs. We're trying to ensure, one, you don't just open the fridge and take bread. It's part of our home training now.
Wow.
Do you know how much bread is? I have 4 children. They eat bread as if bread is going out of fashion. We're now buying bread 1,517.
Yeah. Bought today 1,500.
I'm even thinking,
for one that
who
was
even sent me
1,000.
last child? Like, how? But since I can't return now, we're making them eat yam, gari, rice. Oh, did I say rice? Do you know how much rice is? Now I'm locking my store because before now,
They can go in.
No, somebody can come and after crying, you give them 1 penta of rice. Now, after crying, I pray for you. If I have 2K or 5K, it's cheaper for me to give you that little money than to give you a penta of rice. I used to be very free with the rice, so I'm not kidding.
Wow.
I have rice, normal, they get rice because every December, from January, we do this contribution. So at the end of the year, I'm closing out like 5-6 bags of rice. Yes.
That can take you throughout the year plus.
Almost. Have you seen my children? Let's leave that matter for another day. So when someone comes, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have food. The cheapest and best and easiest thing to give them is a penta of rice. Not anymore. Now I'll just give you 5K. Whatever it will buy. Because the rice I have to think of my family. You understand?
That's the first thing.
That's the first thing.
Most
That's
important
the first thing
now.
So times are hard. You pay fees. Do you know how much you're single, Zor? Thank your God. Do you know how much antibiotics are? So now we are betting the children like 3 times a day so that they will not get. If you cough, nobody is coughing because antibiotics are expensive. We're going natural. Now we're doing a lot of ginger, garlic, turmeric, lemon. Let me see you cough. Once you hear, you go to the fridge and take the paste and mix it. Mommy, take it here. Because to buy cough linctors, to buy antibiotic. Oh.
I actually saw you do the content of those stuff.
But
yeah, I remember
now. But of course, it doesn't. Now we're trying to prevent, not treat.
It should not just happen.
So now
because we know what it's going to take.
Mosquitoes away, we cannot afford malaria.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is now.
Oh, you're single, so you can't relate. My brother, it's bad. It's bad, but you have to do what you have to do. So we're still trying as much as possible, trying also to broaden our streams of income.
Yeah.
Because the shaggy ahead is still plenty. These guys will still enter university. Maybe as an Igbo woman, they will do my boy because but let's cross that bridge when we get there.
So I know you are not okay.
Let me ask you, are you saving in dollar?
No. The other day, no, I'm not saving in dollar.
Okay.
Let me come back. Do you want me to start saving in dollars?
No. I don't have 1 naira saved in dollar.
Wow.
Contrary to popular views.
Yeah.
Because people say, oh, if you save in dollar. If you save in dollar, I'm not an economist. I don't know how that works. But I know that if you save in dollars, you're protecting your wealth. You're growing your wealth.
Yeah.
But you're impoverishing your country.
That's true.
So I'm telling you, God is my witness. This is the only reason why I have not saved a dime in dollar.
Wow.
Yes, I haven't.
Wow.
It may seem stupid, but there's a way my mind works. I believe that nation building is not just for the government. Everybody has to be involved. So the politicians are stockpiling dollar. And you're wondering why.
And we are calling them names and
crashing.
Pointing fingers at them.
While we're pointing at them, how much do you have saved in dollar? If you go to the internet, everybody's like, oh, saving dollar. I'm like, once they are shouting, the moment I keep thinking, this saving dollar. Are we not wounding the naira? Or maybe I'm not an economist again, like I said. So I don't understand. Maybe they should explain it to me. I believe saving in dollars, you're only increasing the dollar, not
the value of the dollar,
devaluing the naira. Then, now I am on a spree of buy Nigerian, grow the naira. Because that's basically what I can do. I feel so helpless. So I try as much as possible to buy from indigenous brands. For example, this. Of course, there are some things you must buy foreign, right? But I try as much as possible where I can to buy Nigerian. Because this is the way we would grow, to encourage the local industries. So we keep our money here. If possible, when we have excess, we export. And I'm also trying to what we call win the war. Win the war is this small gardens they did during the Civil War.
Okay.
Yes, so you have the small gardens
Where
behind
you
your
plant
houses where you
stuff.
plant things because you don't have money to buy food, so you try to plant. So I have a garden. I live in an animal farm, so we grow our own vegetables. We have our own poultry.
In your compound.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We have our own poultry. We have our own rabbitry. So we have over 400 rabbits.
Wow.
Yes. See what I realized in life. Multiple streams of income is very, very possible. You just have to open your mind and think. My husband started the rabbit farm as a joke. Just not a joke, as a hobby. 3 rabbits. Just 3.
3?
Well, yes, they were like pets. Then, rabbits. They did what rabbits do. The next thing we had like 15. So Anambra man was like, okay, 15 rabbits. What we could use?
Naira kobo.
See, we were just thinking of, we just made a small
space
cage for them outside. Right now, we have over 400 rabbits of different breeds, and he's now into training. He's now into production of rabbits feed, and in fact, we have one of the biggest rabbit farms in Port Harcourt right now. Yes.
Wow.
So something that could start as a joke, and this is something he enjoys doing. For him, it's not stress. So it is now he's becoming more intentional about it. So looking for multiple streams of income, not really hard. Now you know what, open your eye.
So so do you think I saw one of the posts you made a day commending one filling station that I don't know how much you bought for it from them.
Oh yeah.
And you were and I know that post was for free. They did not pay you for a dime for it.
They didn't pay me.
So do you think individuals, Nigerians, I know, yes, the dollar is rising. The dollar is one of the major reasons for the food crisis and the hardship and all. And our government, we cannot even remove that from the fact because just like you said, they are the one that stock this dollar in billions, right? So they are like the major cause of the whole thing. But do you think individuals play a role in this hardship and this food crisis? Because I wonder how some things that do I know that
Zor, let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Do you know how business people get with the new price? They will take up a phone and call. How much be dollar now? 17. 17? Ha! Psham! They will add the new price to whatever they are selling.
Wow.
Because they believe dollar has increased. The value of these goods has increased. They forget that if dollar increases, it will affect them when they go back to import, at which time it may have reduced, but everybody is capitalizing and cashing out. So once dollar adds 100 or 200 naira, you add 1,000 naira to your goods.
Wow.
Yes, now. So if you add, your neighbor would add. When your neighbor adds, and I come to buy, and I'm like, I bought this thing how much yesterday? Okay, now when I get home, whatever service it is I'm rendering that you will come and buy,
automatically increase it.
But of course, because I have to be able to meet up my needs. If I sell vegetables, and I've been selling for 500 naira, and when I sell 500, I'll come to you, I'll buy this one 250 naira. If you increase them, it means my 500 will no longer buy this.
Yes.
What will I do? I will increase my vegetable to be able to meet my need. And don't also forget, the fertilizer, manure, seed, and all I need to grow my vegetable will also
increase.
Affected. Yeah. The price increase will affect it. So it's a vicious circle. It's like a chain reaction. The moment you increase, she increases, it goes round. The shake goes round. So
instead of capitalizing on just the government and the whole thing, I think individuals now should have conscience.
Yes, we all have a part. We all have a part to play. We all have a part. You cannot leave everything in the hands of the government and say, oh, it's the government's duty to do this or do that. You as an individual, how are you faring in your own corner? How are you making things better or worse? So those are the issues. We all have a role to play. We all have a part to play. And for me, again, before now, I used to say, don't jabba. Now,
Is it even the best option?
See, it depends. It depends. Let me explain to you an analogy I came up with. You may not relate, but let me explain. Now, you're young. Your youth is like a commodity.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Now, you are in the marketplace. And in that marketplace, you're selling your abilities, your talent to the highest bidder. Now, the marketplace is like a committee of nations where different countries come to bid for your talent, to bid for your abilities. Then you want to sell to your country because you're patriotic and you would really want to use your talent to develop Nigeria, and in turn, Nigeria will pay you
back. Yeah.
Then you come to the auction table. Guess what? Your country didn't even come to the table to bid. Other countries
did not
attend the auction. They didn't attend the auction. So Canada is bidding. The UK is bidding. Australia, that is the end of the earth, is bidding and bidding massively. You're looking, where is Nigeria? If only they can even offer me a fraction of what these guys are offering me, I'd rather stay home and develop them. Let me just give them a 50% discount. Nigeria did not come. So you're forced to sell to the highest bidder. So you go. You go and help them develop while Nigeria is at home doing absolutely nothing. So before, I used to shout, don't do this, but a lot of people decide to do what's best for their families. I cannot japa. If you hear like japa today, you know that they called me on the phone. I did not go. They called me and said, Ella, we want you in our university. Come and do this. Bring your family. We're going to pay for them. Just walk into the embassy. I will not sell family land. It doesn't make any kind of sense. I'm 41 years old. My husband is 46, going to 47. You want us to go and start life afresh in another country?
You're not even sure of what you're going to meet.
No. The opportunities here will never even scratch the surface. So I'm good. I can travel, come back. But for now, it's not never say never. But like I said, if you hear say I go, I got an offer I could not refuse. But as it is now, just stand up and say, let me sell all my property and go. And don't forget, the thing that pains me the most is that this generation of people that left, those guys are not coming back.
Definitely.
Their kids are not coming back. So we are losing a generation already. But the government doesn't seem to understand it.
Wow.
Those guys are not coming back. Will their kids come back? I doubt it. Think of your uncles of maybe 30 years ago. Where are they? The ones that traveled, where are they?
They've not even visited.
So that's it.
Omo, it's actually crazy because when you want to analyze this whole thing, like, you don't even know where to start from. And I think, just like you said, why most young people even think of the jackpot, because it seems like it's the only option, just like you said.
Because we're not giving them the opportunities they need to
just
thrive.
Like you said, Nigeria is not even coming to the bidding table.
They are not coming to the bidding table. In fact, our government, one said, I can't forget it too. It's unfortunate it's on my state. I remember when Ngige was Minister of Health, he said, the doctors, if they want to go, they should go. Yes. I was like, does it mean native doctors? Or maybe he's talking of Dr. Agnes Nwama, because or maybe Dr. Igwe, the Coco Cleanser. I don't know who he's talking about. It doesn't make sense. Do you know how many we are? How many doctors do we have? You're saying they can't. So they're not even making any kind of effort because these guys already have it made. Headache, worry you fly abroad. Yeah. So you have that.
Their children are not even here.
Yes, they have that ability. They have the wherewithal. So leaving the rest of us. So that's why.
I know you're still in your very early 40s, but was there any time...
I'm 41. I'm not hide them. I'll be 41.
You're 41.
On April 21, so, I'll be 41.
Was there any time that in your time, maybe before my time, that Nigeria was better than this? Because that's what we keep hearing. And I'm asking if people are saying there was a time it was... So what happened? Because I can't even say it's my generation.
Do you know why I'm laughing?
Yeah.
You always look back at history with rose-colored glasses. History always looks better. Not necessarily so. As of, you're talking of your generation, 2 years ago, the Naira was competing okay. You're talking of your generation.
You won't break the
We're talking of 2 years ago.
You won't break the moon.
We're talking of last year.
Yeah.
Are you not missing Buhari? Did you believe it could happen? Buhari is the immediate past. Your generation is far. Let's talk about last year. Let's talk about 2 years ago. You see that this dollar thing is one of the biggest problems. But let me tell you, I always keep looking forward. Forget this people that tell you that, oh, 40 years ago, it was better. Do you know what was happening 40 years ago? People were dying from all manner of illnesses. That's how they'll say, buy this land. If you don't buy it now, it will appreciate. Then in next 10 years, when it appreciates, you will say, if I had known, if I had 7 million, then do you have the 7 million now? That's the thing. You didn't have it then. So you're blaming your future self. You didn't have it then. If you had it, you'd have bought it.
So you're blaming your future self.
Yes. If you had it then, when it was cheap, that time they tell us that, hey, I saw 5 years ago, glitter was 700. Did you have the 700 then?
Then?
700 then
and 700
was like 5 million
yeah.
now. Beg. And then you talk that in a beg.
It's actually deep. So I think we're rounding up, but let me ask you this last question. So why do you stay this authentic with your content even till now? That I would say, let's say you, I can confidently say that you are on the center stage. Why are you?
It's easier. It's easy. Do you know how hard it is, or do you know how much work I would have to put in to being like somebody else or being like every other person? When I can stand up and appear on your show without makeup. So I would have gone to pay makeup artist 12K to come and do what? So that they will see that my face is beat. Or I'd have worn a wig where I'm feeling hot and I don't feel like wearing a wig. I'll go maybe rent a wig. Those that used to rent wig.
People do that too now.
There's nothing wrong with renting a wig because maybe it's all part of the same way the makeup is not yours.
Yeah.
So some people, okay, I'm going for an event, your glam squad, they will bring the wig, bring the makeup. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that. Yeah. But for me, I believe it is easier for me to be myself because every other person is taken.
Yeah, so apart from the easier part that is easier for you to be yourself, do you think going overboard just to create content, to give people an impression of you?
Okay, let me explain it this way. I create content from my life.
Okay.
A lot of other people create a life from their content.
This one is deep. Ma, say it again. Say it again. I'm still getting it. I'm not sure they've gotten it. Say it again.
I create content from the life I am already living in. So I don't need to go to extreme measures to get the likes and the views. While some people make a life from their content. So content is key for them. For me, life is key.
And your life is automatically generating the content.
Exactly.
Without you
so let's say you pay me to advertise this. It's very simple. I wear, you know me now, every day I wear Ankara. It will be easy for me to just wear this and say, oh, I got this from so and so person. Yeah. It looks very good. If you're a plus size woman, you see how this thing hide my big belly, it hide my big arms and all that. It is good because this is how you know me.
Yeah.
Then imagine a brand coming to me to say, okay, madam, you're going to wear a corset. Something that is foreign to me that I don't like wearing. But because of the money involved and the way I want to be seen, I will wear the corset despite dying inside. Then pretend that this is the regular me. This is how, I'm going for events. Every time I'm going for events. Anywhere you see me, just know the highest thing I'm wearing inside is tight. I cannot wear any of those things. Some people are getting extreme surgeries because of content. Because, let me give you an instance. A few months ago, a big Turkish hospital offered me free surgery.
So because I was about asking you about this free thing.
They looked at my video and felt this woman fat. Maybe she would like do liposuction or gastric sleeve. Or who knows wants to do BBL. So they offered me any surgery of my choice.
Wow.
Now, what is in it for them? I am going to create content for them to generate traffic. The same way I told you, a betting company came to me to say,
yeah.
oh, we have an event coming up. Let's want to be your headline sponsors. Now, wait, if I were a betting woman, it will be easy.
Yeah.
Because it's part of what I do. It's not strange. I am not. So if I were to be creating content, if I were creating life from my content, I would take the betting gig, despite the fact I don't like it.
Yeah.
Then start telling people, oh, you bet the promo code, all those things. Doesn't make any kind of sense. So I would have gone for the surgery. Then I'll be taking my video. You know, this was me before the surgery. My life was a mess. You know, my body magic.
All the life they're living before is a mess.
My mental health.
Yeah.
Because once you mention mental health,
everybody
you know, I was depressed. And my children were suffering because I wasn't the mom I wanted to be. Because I was carrying all this weight around, you know, after having my 4 kids. 4 kids and 4 cesarean sections. Oh my God. I added a lot of weight. It was affecting my marriage. And, you know, I'm just, I feel very sad. So please, this is, if you're a woman, you want to own yourself, this is what you need to do. Okay, so, you know, I got this hospital in Turkey and these guys are the best. Their name is so and so. You're plugging them in. So you're directing people
to them,
making them feel that the way you are,
they are not comfortable.
You cannot do anything about this yourself unless you do surgery. Surgery is the last option or best option for you. Then the hospital is cashing out. People are going the other way because of your greed. So it's easy for me. All I have to do is create content from my everyday life. Today, I posted a video of my daughter and her new hair.
Yeah.
She made hair 8,500. I'm still not breathing well. So I spoke about how expensive it is for a 12-year-old to make health. It's content. It's very relatable.
Yeah.
I have mothers and they are going through the
same thing.
So it was very good for me and them. One, they are seeing that this thing that's happening in their house, not only them.
They suffer.
All of us. All of us are in this shege together. So I see people say, Ella, it's like you have a camera in my house. What is happening in your house? So people will now say, this thing you posted today was for me. I've been doubting, so I am very happy with that. Instead of making people feel pressure.
Okay, so working with you a couple of days now for your upcoming event, which you definitely tell us about it before we leave here. And I know if there's anything you're particular about is the kind of deals you take as an influencer.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, what's the strangest endorsement you've done?
You mean 1 or 2 or 3 or 4?
I know it's more than 1. Definitely more than 1.
Okay, I have a few.
Okay.
Number 1, they said I should, you know, because they say my chest full. They said I should come and do bra and pants. Not just wearing bra and pants. I'll come and wear it and they would photograph me wearing only bra and pants and put it on billboards. I'm like, in this life or in the next?
No, wife.
Heaven is the goal. How? Wow. I have kids. Even if I didn't have kids, I have parents. Let's say they are dead, I have husband. Let's say I'm not even married. It's not part of my values. What will I be talking about when my almost naked body is somewhere on the billboard? That's 1. 2, betting people. I don't know, for whatever reason, they are going after the women demographic now. So they offered to headline my event or offered for me to do a lot of content for them. So I'm imagining, oh, this betting company, Veronica's daughter is your promo code, 300 sure or 200% on your first, whatever. Doesn't make sense. Betting is addictive and it's been destroying lives. So I don't cut into that. Another one.
So basically, must you be betting for you to
Why would I sell what I am not using? It's against my own values. Betting, not be pool. Because we are calling it betting. It's pool. Remember pool? When were you? Okay, I don't know how old you are. But
no, I remember pool. I remember
after
pool.
they used to put white lace.
Yes.
It's only useless men that used to go there.
Yes.
From work when they get their salary.
Most useless.
They're not useful person in pool now. They will finish their salary. Pool. Now you put baptize and call it betting. You know, bookmaking. That's another name, bookmaking. I cannot do that. And as a Christian, you don't play game of chance.
And you don't play game of chance as a Christian.
No. And the fact that it's been destroyed, it's an addiction. It's an addiction. Something you have basically no control over. So every money you make, some people from their salary, and it's now, they even made it mobile.
Yes. You don't need to move
some
to
people
anywhere.
You see them, you think they are checking the stock market or Bitcoin. What they are checking is betting.
Wow.
Then, another people that they've been worrying me, and I'm like, you know, some things are on the gray line. Sex toy people. Wallah. I'm like, God, I beg you. I'm like, do they look at me and I look at somebody who needs help? Or no. I think the reason is because on my page, I have a lot of women. And you know, women shy away from sex talk.
That's true. That's true.
And our culture has so much demonized sex. So I try to talk about sex anytime, any chance I get.
Yeah,
so they feel that because I talk about this a lot, it will make
me buy into
sense.
the idea.
It makes sense, because it makes sense for me to be selling it, for them to come to me.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for how I'm going to do it. What will I be saying? What will be the caption?
But do you think it's something you want to do or you can do?
Well, funny for me, as a Christian, I really don't see anything wrong with sex toys. I don't think there's anything wrong with sex toys.
Okay.
Especially when used within the bounds of matrimony.
Okay.
Husband and wife, they use it for adventure, to improve their sex life.
You don't think it's a third party?
In their house or name. Is it a living and breathing thing? It's an aid.
Okay.
The same way the man can take a performance enhancement drug if his libido is
low.
So the same way we treat every other malaise, that's the same way we can treat sexual boredom or dysfunction. There's some men who may not, there's some men who may not last as long as he would want to, so they can decide to employ the services of sex toys. My own is provided both of them are
comfortable with it.
And they are comfortable with it. Why not? The Bible says you can enjoy your bodies. Anyhow you enjoy your body, provided the both of you agree.
Comfortable, yeah.
There's consent, then that's good. So I found the offer strange because I've never used a sex toy in my life.
Okay.
You understand? So I'm just thinking, how will I sell it? How will I start? Will I say, hey, artificial, this thing is for... I'm still thinking about it. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
So those are the strangest deals that you've turned down at 3 major...
Okay, and the other one is not really strange. A big spirit brand, you know, alcohol, came to Port Harcourt for an event.
Yeah.
And I was shortlisted among the influencers that will influence the event.
Yeah.
When they came to me, I'm like, you guys don't really do your job. If you do your job very
well, that I don't take alcohol.
I have never taken alcohol in my life.
But the figure involved in the deal?
My brother, slow and steady. I'm good with that. How will I be explaining it? Again, there's another guiding principle I use. Well, something I cannot explain to my children very well.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Okay.
How will I explain it to them? And my kids are very precocious. They ask questions.
And they're part of your content.
Yes,
so there is no way.
My children, their classmates are following me on social media. I'm telling you, it shocked me. So what will I be telling those youngsters?
You will not get to the school say, now your mommy they wear.
Best mommy is a brand ambassador for this. Oh no. I can't do that.
Okay, ma. So just like I said before, you're very selective with the brand you work with, which you've already stated here. Some of the deals that you've turned down and everything. But there are influencers that married people with children like you that jump on this offer there, like they don't even think about it. What do you think? Do you think these people are going the extreme? Do you think?
Okay, now I think number one, it's about values. Our values are different.
Okay.
Right? What is valuable to me may not be for you. So you can only perform within the ambits of what your value and your conscience allows.
Yes.
So this is where my conscience is at. That is number one. Number two, see, for a lot of them, it's about the money, nothing else. And they believe I'm not forcing you to. I am only bringing you information. So it's up to you to do with it what
even
you
though
like.
I'm not doing it.
Yes, some of them are not
Let
even
me just get the money.
Yes, but you forget that you have a lot of influence, the ability to make people do stuff that ordinarily they would never do. So they are following you as a role model. So whatever you do, they will subconsciously find themselves doing. So at the end of the day, you are still complicit. Now, thirdly, hunger. Some of these content creators and influencers, this is their primary source of income.
Okay.
So some of them may be under immense financial pressure. And if you've gone through life, if you've ever been financially pressed, my brother, if poverty don't hook you for neck before, you will understand what I mean. So I'm not judging any of them. I'm not judging any of them.
But you're just saying...
But for me, I try as much as possible to take deals I know
is in line with
something that I wouldn't, I'm thinking as a mother. Maybe I'm not thinking as a business person, but something I wouldn't like my child to do.
Okay.
So how would I influence something I know that if my child should partake of
you will
it,
not be
I won't
comfortable
be happy,
with it.
but I want other people's children to do that. Like the betting on, almost every skit maker, and they make it seem as if it is not what it is. And people look up to these guys.
And I feel most of them don't even bet.
I'm not sure they do. I'm not, or maybe they do. That's why they always need money. So they are taking more and more gigs. I don't know. It's the truth. I don't know. But I don't think most of them see the far-reaching implications of their actions. They think it ends at, hello, promo code. They think that's where it ends. I've done my job. No. If you were to see the ripple effect of this ad, you will understand that an ad is not just an ad. It's a powerful messaging tool that's able to mold minds. Imagine youngsters, 17, 18, coming up, and you're telling them, do this. This is the way to make money. And now we don't have work. So a lot of young people are entering betting as an alternative means of income, making money. So they are losing more than they are making. And every day you're giving them new sure odds. I don't know what that means. Sure odds. I don't know what it means. If you're sure, why is it an odd? I don't know.
If you're sure, why is it?
Sure odds. Sure odds.
Wisdom.
Sure
Thank
odds.
you so much, Ba. So yeah. I saw a billboard of your event coming up, I think next month. And
so you want us to pretend you're not part of the planning? Is that what we're doing? Okay, let's pretend.
So well, I see that it's a free event. Like, I'm saying, how you in this economy that you just explained?
Let me explain something. Like 3 years ago, when I started dreaming up this event, I promised. You see, Holy Spirit. I promised the Holy Spirit, go there. My first event in Port Harcourt will be free. That time when I was doing this promise, I didn't know, number one, that I was going to blow. That's number one.
So you never saw yourself getting to this level that you are now?
No. Number two, I didn't know that Shege would be massive like this. If I had known that, God, I'll just charge them small. But a vow is a vow, a promise is a promise. It's my way of giving back.
Okay.
And I believe that most people that will need it may not be able to afford it if I were to put a price tag. This is also part of me helping people gain insightful knowledge that would help them for free. The best things in life, they say, is free. So business, balance, and beyond. So it's a business and personal development program or summit holding on the 13th of April at the Glass House Event Center. I'm bringing in guest speakers from Lagos and Abuja. We have Financial Jennifer. You can check her out on Instagram. We have Zuwaira Ikaro. That's Amal Botanical. She's the MD CEO of Nigeria's biggest indigenous baby skincare company. Then we have Folake Aya Akoni. She is one of our biggest sponsored ads, Instagram and Facebook sponsored ads expert. We have Senora Voice, that's personal branding boss. Now on the personal development side, we have we're going to be talking about mental health and work-life balance. You asked me questions how I'm able to balance this or that. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is that when I came on social media newly, like I said, everybody seemed perfect. It was like the Shege I was seeing, nobody was seeing it. So how can you wake up in the morning, 6 a.m., you already have full makeup? How? Auntie, are you a witch? How are you doing that? You have 4 children. How? So in this event, we're going to be learning from people who have gone before us. How were you able to strike a balance between your personal life, your career, your business, and your well-being? People are committing suicide daily. Pressure. People are falling into depression. So we're coming to learn, we're coming to unlearn, relearn, we're coming to ask questions, we're coming to share stories. I don't forget I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
So we're telling stories. We're bringing individuals who went through adversity and came out on the other side. So we're going to be hearing their stories. It's going to be very, very exciting. Of course, there'll be music. There'll be no food. Chop before you come, or don't chop. We'll have vendors that will give you, that you buy food from. So
thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma, for everything you bring to the internet, the social media space, for making people know that there is nothing wrong with living the real life.
Oh, nothing at all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go to the, I think, one of my favorite part of the game. So it's a game, part of the issue. So it's just a this or that game. So don't worry. I will not shake your leg. Okay, so let me start with this one. Social media influencing or speaking. That's you do speaking work and all.
That's not a good question because I do both excellently.
Which one will you prefer?
I think speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. I love talking. I love standing in front of a large crowd and vibing with the crowd. So I think speaking. Okay. And I think they also pay me more speaking.
As an Igbo woman, you don't calculate naira and come for joy, just
speaking.
All right, so the next one, it's this one is one of the questions I ask almost everybody, and you've been in Port Harcourt for years now. So, onunu and pepper soup or bole?
Bole, of course. Bole is king. What's onunu? Sorry. Onunu is good.
What is onunu?
Onunu is good. But the idea of pounded yellow plantain and pepper soup.
You don't eat it or something?
I eat it.
But you don't enjoy it? Like...
Did I say I don't enjoy it? You said, or?
Yes.
If you had said like maybe onunu or fried rice. Fried rice is rubbish. Very pretentious rice. I'll take onunu. But I'll take bole is king. Oh my God. Bole. If bole were a human, I'm sure I'll marry bole.
So the last one, I think this one is very tricky. Your children or your husband?
That is very easy. Which children? Which children? My husband, my friend. Which children?
Wow.
That is very, very easy.
Oh, they are going to watch this, so.
Hello, children. Your father.
But why?
Children, your dad.
But why?
Because, you see these children? I'm saying this because my mother has been calling me for like 3 days. I have not answered. So I cannot choose children. Children will stain your white. I'm staining my mother's white somewhere.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
So you are saying this as
like
sowing and reaping. We're
just like caretakers. The kids will come and they will go. You're somebody's son. You're here.
That's true.
So if I were to choose my children, what's the end game? What's the end result? So when they are in their houses, maybe with their husbands or with their wives, what will I be? A third wheel. Causing problem in my children's house. No! I will follow man. I'll follow the boy. I'll follow the man. Because without even the man, there will be no kids.
Yeah.
So I am going with my husband. That boy is the one I'm following. Yeah.
But this one I'm hearing now. Do you know it's very rare hearing this from women? There are some women that actually
they're not value the marriage.
Above the marriage and all.
Half child self, I will not take. Me? I'll follow the man.
You follow man.
I like man. Me like this. I like man. I don't know. Let me not be saying things. Who will be giving me orgasms? Let me be asking. Is it the children? I beg you. Man, I will follow man. Children, they should find their way. Such is life.
Wow.
Life is...
This is amazing. Like, this is
This is very tricky. I don't see the trickiness. It
wasn't tricky for you.
It's tricky. Man, I will keep shouting it. Man.
Thank you so much, man, for coming on this special episode of 360 Talk with Zor. Like, I don't really know how to thank you. Like,
the children. Which children? I'm still laughing. I don't even like my children most of the time. They are annoying. Ask any mother you know. Most of them don't like. We love the children. They are very annoying. Do you know how much shouting I shouted before I came here? Do you know what I'm going home to now? They say children. Which children?
So guys, follow us on our social media platform at 360 Talk with Zor. And don't forget to subscribe. Please, Ejo, Mabinu, Biko, subscribe to my YouTube. So is my language. So please. So subscribe to my YouTube channel at 360 Talk with Zor. And don't forget to always take a deep breath and be in the moment. Bye.
Hi again, Veronica's daughter here, and I've just been on 360 Talk with Zor. Please do not forget to follow them on all the social media platforms. Thank you.